opening night at the Dome. The New Orleans Saints, firmly established as an NFC power, showed their strength against the Houston Oilers, the team many picked to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Here we go, load shade, inside strong. Ready? Watch the Joker!
There's a pass over the middle. It's caught by Gibbons. Skips away from the tackler, and there's a fumble. Saints pick it up to the 45-yard line. Jimmy Spencer.
And as for the moment at least, shifted the momentum in this game.
The Saints took charge midway through the first quarter. They dominated Houston on both sides of the ball, supported by old reliables like Morton Anderson. And bolstered by the play of new Saints, like quarterback Wade Wilson, who directed a prime-time passing game that was flawless in its execution.
First and goal from the 2. Hands off to Dalton Hilliard. Skips over one blocker into the end zone for the touchdown. It's now a Saints lead.
When Dalton Hilliard scored his franchise record 51st touchdown, the Saints never looked back.
Me and you, swing!
Fourth down and 3 from the 42-yard line.
I think the Saints are going to bring them all.
It's a blitz and a fumble.
Pick it up!
The Saints pick it up. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Frank Warren will score. Unbelievable. 48-yard fumble return. The sack was by Sam Mills.
The 33-21 victory was yet another building block in the Saints' winning foundation. Over the last 7 seasons, this franchise has erected a monument to victory almost unsurpassed in the National Football League. In New Orleans, winning football is now the tradition.
It's Lorenzo Neal and Derek Brown in the backfield behind Wade Wilson, who hands off to the fullback, and Neal takes it over right tackle. Look at that line surge up to the 30-yard line. He got free. 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Saints! How about that?
Unbelievable! Where did he come from?
Out of nowhere!
On the second Sunday of the 1993 season, the Saints offense surpassed 3 team records. They compiled 557 total yards of offense, averaging more than 8 yards per play.
Wilson throwing the bomb down the field for Early at the 5. He catches it.
Touchdown.
Touchdown Saints. Outstanding. Quinn Early on the catch. Second down and 7. Wilson back to pass. Lobs one to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Saints. Quinn Early again.
Like stealing, boys.
On the road, against an NFC West division rival, the Saints were even more dominating than they had been at home a week earlier. This 17-point second quarter advantage became 31-10 in the third quarter, as the Saints' second commanding victory of 1993 seemed assured. There are no sure things away from home. The Saints' 21-point lead disappeared in the fourth quarter. Led by Michael Haynes, the Falcons scored 3 touchdowns in less than 10 minutes.
Going for the bomb to Haynes. It's caught at the 40, 45, 50. He'll score. Touchdown Atlanta.
98 yards. Falcons are right back in it.
Suddenly, a second victory seemed uncertain at best. With the clock winding down under 2 minutes, the Saints put together a drive that featured the passing of Wade Wilson and the receiving of Eric Martin. 58 seconds remain. You want a sure thing? How about Morten Andersen winning the game in the final minute? He had done that 14 times in his record-setting Saints career. Wide left. Now the defense had to come up big.
Second down and 6. Hebert back to pass. It fumbles. Saints recover at the 32. Ronaldo Turnbull.
Bobby Hebert stepped up in the pocket, but Turnbull came behind him, caused the fumble. The Saints fall on it, and I think Morten Andersen's going to get another opportunity.
43-yard field goal attempt. Barnhart to hold with 5 seconds left. Here's the snap. Ball down. Kick in the air. It's good! The Saints win! Morten Andersen redeems himself. If you're looking for a big play, whoop, there it is.
Victory number 2 became win number 3 a week later at the Superdome.
Welcome to the House of Pain.
The Lions tally for the afternoon, 9 first downs, only 29 yards of offense in the second half. A key contributor was punter Tommy Barnhart. 6 of his 7 punts ended up inside the 20. In fact, the Lions' average starting field position was their own 18-yard line. The winning challenge against Detroit is always the same. Shut down Barry Sanders. On this September afternoon in New Orleans, the best runner in football was not a factor. On this day, the best runner on the field was Derek Brown, the rookie, making only his second NFL start. Brown rushed for 121 yards and helped set up the Saints' first touchdown.
Wilson back to pass. Looks in the flat. Throws. It's caught by Hobie Brenner at the 5. He gets down to the 1. Into the end zone for the score. Touchdown, Saints. There's the snap. Straight back to pass. Turnbull hits him. He fumbles the ball. Saints are on top of it. Ricky Jackson at the 18-yard line. To pass, throw to the end zone, caught by Eric Martin, touchdown Saints! There's the snap, Pete straight back to pass, steps up in the pocket, he's sacked again, there's a fumble, it's on the ground, the Saints are on it, Ricky Jackson recovers at the 10. How about that?
The Saints were now 3-0 for only the second time in the 27-year history of the franchise. Their toughest task was a week away. The San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers arrived in New Orleans with history on their side. Only once in the last 6 years had they lost at the Superdome.
Big day! Oh yeah, boom! Let's go, baby! Big day! Big day!
For the Saints, a reversal of fortune would capture the attention of the nation and catapult this team into the favorite position to win the NFC West title for the second time in the last 3 years.
Young straight back to pass, looks down the field, pump fakes, chased out of the pocket at the 25, sidearms one, caught by John Taylor. Fumble! Loose football, Toy Cook's on top of it. The Saints recover at the 34.
And a big turnover here early for the 49ers.
For the second week in a row, Derek Brown played much bigger than his 5'9" in size. His slashing runs highlighted a 10-play, 68-yard scoring drive. 4 times inside the 10-yard line, Brown got the call.
Hand off to Derek Brown, right tackle, touchdown Saints. He's into the end zone over Willie Rowe.
The first half belonged to the Saints. In a game that matched 2 of the NFL's perennial powers, the Saints defense stepped to the forefront. They held the explosive 49er offense without a touchdown through the first 30 minutes. At the half, It was New Orleans 10, the 49ers 3. But San Francisco put together a scoring drive to start the third quarter, and the game was tied. Memories of past 49er dominance in the Dome surfaced as this battle of wills unfolded in the final 15 minutes. For the second time in 3 weeks, the man of the moment was Morten Andersen.
49-yard field goal attempt. Barnhart to hold. 10 seconds remaining. Score tied at 13. Here's the snap. Ball down. Kick is in the air. It's good! If you're looking for deja vu, whoa, there it is!
The Saints were winners. In a game that demanded the character of a champion, the Saints showed their toughness. They were a perfect 4-0, again, one of the elite teams in the National Football League. A week later, the victory parade marched on, fueled by a torrent of big plays.
Wilson to pass. Looks over the middle. Fires one down the middle. It's tipped. Caught. Touchdown Saints. Patrick Newman on a gift at the goal line. Nice punt by McJulian. Hughes from the 26-yard line up to the 30. Shoots a player at the 35. Now at the 40 open. 45-50. 45-40. He may score. Look at him go. Down to the 20. He's to the 10. Touchdown Saints. Here's Derek Nant getting the handoff. Cuts back at the 30. Down to the 25. Still running. Loose at the 20. He may score. 15 to the 10. Outside to the goal line. Derek Nant. Touchdown. How about that?
New Orleans was 5-0, the only undefeated team in the NFL. 2 years earlier, in 1991, the Saints began the season with 7 consecutive victories. History tells us that was the year they won their first NFC West championship. In Pittsburgh, on an overcast October afternoon, the Saints' winning streak came to a close. It was simply one of those days. Very little went right, and the wrongs just seemed to snowball. A week later at the Dome, this Wade Wilson to Quinn Early touchdown was not enough, as New Orleans lost its second game in a row. It was time once again to display the heart of a winner. In Phoenix, the Saints trailed by 7 entering the fourth quarter. It is never easy to come back on the road.
Wilson throwing for Quinn Early. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown Saints.
Well, it's turnover time, fellas.
Drop back for Chandler. Throws down the field. Intercepted by the Saints at the 40, 45-yard line, 50, 45-40, 35-30. Down to the 25-yard line. It's Dean Atkins to the 23-yard line with the interception.
If there's anybody who knows when there's about to be a turnover, it's Archie Manning.
The Saints pulled ahead 20-17, then relied upon the pass rushing efforts of Wayne Martin and Ronaldo Turnbull, number 97. With the Cardinals needing only a field goal to tie, Turnbull and Martin registered consecutive sacks late in the fourth quarter to preserve the Saints' 6th win of the season. In 1993, Turnbull emerged as an impact player. Starting at outside linebacker for the first time, he recorded 13 sacks and earned a trip to the Pro Bowl. Turnbull was the leader on a defense that produced more sacks than any team in the NFC for the second straight season. Led by Ricky Jackson, New Orleans sacked the Packers' Brett Favre 6 times in a mid-season matchup at the Dome.
Favre straight back to pass, being rushed.
Oh, loose football. Saints have it. Wayne Martin at the 27.
Wade Wilson under center on 3rd down and 4. Straight back to pass, throws down the field, wide open, Quinn Early, touchdown Saints!
Perhaps no game reflected the trials and tribulations of the 1993 season as much as this one. A 1-point fourth quarter lead slipped out of New Orleans' hands. Two plays later, what easily could have been a 7th sack became a 54-yard pass. With 3 seconds remaining, the Saints would lose their 3rd game. It would be the most heartbreaking defeat of the season. Against the Vikings on the season's 13th Sunday, the Saints defense set the tone early. It was a charged performance, full of energy and propelled by the sheer force of will. For the second time in a month, the Saints bounced back from a second-half deficit on the road. They played power football, taking it right through the middle of the Minnesota defense. The turning point came on the final play of the 3rd period. It was the work of the special teams and rookie return man Tyrone Hughes.
LeVay's kickoff comes down to Tyrone Hughes from his 1. Straight upfield, 15, breaking out to the right, 15, turns the corner, 25, 30, he's to the 40, making a move over base, he may go all the way! Touchdown, Tyrone Hughes!
New Orleans won for the 7th time. Their grit and resilience had become their signature. But a season of tense, tight struggles was beginning to take its toll. 4 consecutive losses followed. It was a trying time for one of the most successful coaches in the National Football League. The month of December produced a number of outstanding individual efforts, but they did not translate into team victories.
There's Bettis again and a swarming Saints defense. They've taken the ball away. Sam Mills has it in his hands. He's going to score.
There's a fine line between winning and losing in the NFL, and the Saints somehow had crossed it. Victory, always expected, was now elusive. With the playoffs out of reach, the Saints won their final game of the season.
On by Martin, he could go. He's at the 20, up foot race, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Saints!
At one time, 8-8 would have been a special season. But in New Orleans, a new tradition has been established. And that tradition is a winning one. The man behind the winning is head coach Jim Mora. Over the last 7 seasons, Mora has guided the Saints to the 3rd best record in the National Football League. An NFC West championship in 1991, the first division title in franchise history, is part of Mora's continuing legacy.
You guys deserve to be the NFC West champs. You're the best football team in this damn division. A hell of a job. Feel good about it. I'm proud of you. Be happy. Enjoy it. You're the champs of the NFC West. Way to go.
But division titles and playoff appearances are not what Jim Mora and his Saints are all about. They're about winning championships. And in New Orleans, the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. Start with Ronaldo Turnbull, one of the best young defenders in the NFL. A year ago, no one in the NFC had more sacks than number 97. There's an axiom that says you can't win in the NFL without a pass rush in the 4th quarter. In Turnbull and Dwayne Martin, number 93, the Saints possess a pair of bookend rushmen who can disrupt any passing game at any time. Add number 1 draft pick Joe Johnson, and New Orleans enters 1994, primed for pressure. In this era of the pass, you need a big play cornerback. The Saints have one in number 26, Vince Buck, a cover man, a blitzer, a prime time performer whose strength lies in his versatility. When it comes to big playmakers, few teams can match the Saints' Tyrone Hughes. As a rookie a year ago, Hughes was the most exciting return man in the National Football League. Hughes wasn't the only Saints rookie who staked his claim in 1993. Fourth-round draft choice Derek Brown earned the job as the starting halfback. And number 24 showcased the kind of breakaway skills that helps make champions. And Von Dunbar will return in 1994. The 1992 first-round pick showed the inside toughness to become a feature back in the NFL. And there are old reliables like Eric Martin, the all-time leading receiver in Saints history, and veteran standouts like Quinn Early, who keeps getting better and better. Early and Martin. In 1994, this dynamic duo becomes a terrific trio. The addition, free agent Michael Haynes. The message to opposing defenses is now very clear. Watch out, we're coming after you. There's no doubt about it. Michael Haynes brings a new dimension, the dimension of speed. The Haynes signing reflects the approach of the entire organization toward the new free agency system. It's an opportunity, not an obstacle. And this offseason, New Orleans traded for one of the most explosive passers in the NFL, the former Ram, Jim Everett. Everett has averaged 20 touchdown passes a year over the last 6 seasons. Make no mistake about it, Jim Everett knows how to get the ball in the end zone.
Hey, they think they can establish this running game, maybe. Let's shut them down. Strong right!
Wise old veterans, smart young superstars. In 1994, it will make for another Saints winning combination. And this season, the National Football League commemorates its 75th anniversary, while the Saints celebrate Tom Benson's 10th year as one of the league's most innovative owners. In New Orleans, the new tradition is a winning one. It will take the Saints through the 1990s.